those reasons what it were we were reaching a past perfect.
The past
Okay.
perfect is, well, it's one of the most advanced grammar
Yeah.
things or grammar tenses.
Uh-huh.
And well, it's used in the conditional clauses. So, you know, we needed to see the past perfect first.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many hours is for the real exam? When you are testing the exam, it's 1 hour and a half, 2, 3 hours.
It depends on you if you are fast,
All
but the
right.
maximum it's 1 hour and 45 minutes
Oh
approximately.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The grammar, I think, is like 30 minutes, and
Mhm.
then the reading is like 20 minutes. The listening is like also, I think, 20 minutes, and the speaking, it depends what type of questions you get, but it's
Okay.
usually like 10 minutes or something like that.
So what do you think? We can pass?
Well, I mean, this is only the beginning. This is the first week.
But
Uh,
everybody wants to know, okay, I have a label or no? What do you think, teacher? And too many things like that.
yeah, but actually, you know, these these grammar topics that we are seeing this week are the most difficult ones,
Okay.
right? So, you know, I've been teaching. I've been giving this type of course for a few months now, and I've had, you know, teachers who are really confused about the past perfect,
Yeah.
and the conditionals too. And today we're going to get into the confusing conditionals, okay? Because yes,
Oh.
there are four base conditionals: 0, 1,
Mhm.
2, and 3.
Yep.
But there are mixed conditionals, and the mixed conditionals there are 9.
Really?
So 9 plus 4,
12,
13.
13.
Exactly. So hold on, either 9 or 7. I forgot off the top of my head, but I have all of the information in my notes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, the right now we are like discussing the basics of the conditionals,
Mhm.
um, but the confusing parts is the mixed conditionals, which is what we're going to be discussing today after we check the homework.
Mhm.
So let's check the homework now.
Yep.
All right. Hello, Michelle.
Hi. What is the homework?
You had to write some sentences in the conditional.
The 3 pages.
3 pages.
No.
I don't know. I'm confused now. I thought the
I have.
homework was to write some sentences in the conditional form.
Yeah, I had 20 questions for 20 answers, but I don't know.
I just did it in the internet. I didn't wrote it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, sorry. And well, oh yes. I guess I should put it on the screen, right, so we can all do it together. Let's see. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
It's 20. Did you get everything correct?
So,
What's up? Michelle, I didn't send you the homework, did I?
No, I don't receive anything.
our 20 exercise, right?
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Michelle. I guess it didn't get sent to you. It was my fault. My fault.
Okay.
Well, just check this out, and it's kind of easy. Remember, we're using the simple past and would in the verb, right? So number one, let's see who we have here. Number one, Miguel.
Yes. If I were you, I would get a new job.
Mm-hmm.
I would get a new job. Yes. Number two, Marco.
Okay, number 2. If he were younger, he would travel more. If he were younger, he would travel more.
Right, excellent. And number three.
Okay, number 3. If we weren't friends, I would be angry with you.
All right, number four, Michelle.
If I had enough money, I would buy a big house.
Okay, excellent. And number five, Michelle.
If she weren't always so late, she would be promoted.
Be promoted. Erica, next one.
If we won the lottery, we would travel the world.
7.
If you had a better job, we could be able to buy a new car.
Yes, yes. Number 8, Miguel.
If I speak, if I speak perfect English, I would have a good job.
If I what?
If I speak good English, perfect English, I would have a good job.
Speak is not the correct form.
Spoke.
Yeah, spoke.
Yes, I would have. Sounds good, sounds good. And number 9, Miguel.
If we lived in Mexico, I would speak Spanish.
Excellent, excellent. Number 10. Marco.
Okay, number 10. If she passed the exam, she would be able to enter university.
All right, if she passed.
Yep. She
11.
passed the exam. 11. She would be happier if she had more friends. She would be happier if she had more friends.
Very good. Erica, 12, 13, and 14.
Okay, we will buy a house if we decide to stay here. They would have. They would have.
Hold on. Sorry, I
If
wrote
we
it wrong.
decide.
Yes, I wrote it wrong. Number 13.
They would have more money if they didn't buy so many clothes.
Okay.
And 14, we will come to dinner if we had time.
At time. Yes. 15.
She will call him if she had his number.
Excellent. And 16. Let's see. 16, Michelle. 17 and 18.
They would go to Spain on holiday if they liked hot weather. She would pass the exam if she studied more.
Excellent.
I would marry someone famous if I was
No, where?
A movie star.
I am glad you said that, Michelle. You can say if I was in a conversation, but
Yes,
when writing, it's were.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. And Miguel, the last three.
Okay. 19. We wouldn't be late again if we bought a new car.
Wouldn't.
Wouldn't be late again if we bought a new car. 20. You would lose weight if you ate less. 21st. 21st, if I were you, I
21st.
would get a new job.
Yes. Okay, so I guess all of you are masters at the second conditional. That's good. That's good.
No, it's not like that, because when I tried for first time, I had like 5 wrong, and the second try I had like 2, and then like that.
Right. Well, I can say practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
But that's good. You know, it's actually one of the easier conditionals. The one that we're about to see today is a little more complicated.
Teacher,
Yes, sir.
I have a question. Well, adult. When we are using the auxiliary to be, only when we're speaking we can use was, or that depends the person, right? But in this case, if you are writing, we can use were for everybody, right? Is that correct?
Well, it depends if you are using, if you're speaking hypothetically. If you're speaking hypothetically, and in that case, second or third conditional, then it's okay to use were for anything.
Okay.
Okay. But if you're not speaking hypothetically, for example, I was born in Mexico City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right there is not hypothetically. It's not correct to use were. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, hypothetically, were for everything, and only in conversation will was be correct.
All right.
And not that it's really correct, it's just accepted nowadays, you know?
So that's accepted, but it's not real correct, right?
Yeah, because most English teachers and, you know, professors and stuff like that, they would not accept that if you give them paper, if you talk to them like that.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Okay.
So, let's begin. We discussed the second conditional yesterday. Today we're going to discuss third conditionals and mixed conditionals. All right, it is July 9th, 2020.
Mhm.
And our objective is to learn when and how to use third conditionals and mixed conditionals. All right, well, the third conditional is pretty easy, guys. First, let me give you some examples, okay? Okay. These are some example of what I'm talking about, right? And everybody knows that I am talking hypothetically. I'm talking hypothetically about the past. Okay? And my structure is past perfect and then would have past participle. Okay? So nothing happened. If I had saved more money, I didn't save money. If I had started my YouTube channel last year, I didn't start my YouTube channel last year. If I had found money on the street yesterday, sadly, I didn't find money on the street yesterday. This is all hypothetical. If this would have happened, this would have happened. Okay, if I had saved more money, I would have lived in a better house last year. If I had started my YouTube channel last year, I would have gotten more followers last year too, obviously. And if I had found money on the streets yesterday, I would have bought some chocolate because yesterday I wanted to eat some chocolate. Okay? I'm talking hypothetically about the past. Now, all of this is about the past. Okay? You can also use this to express regrets. a regret is something you wish that did happen or didn't happen. Okay. For example, one of my things is that I crashed my car when I was living in the United States, and it was really expensive to pay for everything. So one of my regrets is that I was driving. I was driving a little too fast, and it was raining. So when I tried to turn the car, I turned the wheel, but the car didn't turn. It continued going like that, and I hit I hit a post, a light post, and it destroyed my car, and I destroyed the light post. So to me, that's a regret because man, that was like $3,000 spent on insurance, and then I had to fix my car too. It was really expensive.
How about you?
Huh?
How about you? Your health?
Oh, I was good, man. I was in a big truck, so it was not like it didn't affect me. Thank God. If I hadn't crashed my car when I was 18, I would have had more money to buy another. Well, it wasn't a car, actually, it was a truck. If I hadn't crashed my truck when I was 18, I would have had more money to buy another truck.
Question. How can you change that sentence speaking about speed? If I just can't think about wasn't, but it's not correct, right? If I wasn't driving so fast,
If I hadn't been speeding, but that's past perfect continuous. But you can also
yes.
put if I hadn't been driving so fast. In this case, you can use the continuous form with this. It's okay. Okay.
I wouldn't had an accident.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had.
Have had an accident.
I wouldn't have had an accident. Okay, because you need to use would. In this case, would is negative, then have, and then the past participle had. An accident. If I hadn't been speeding, I wouldn't have hit the light post. LOL. All right, so that is the third conditional. Okay.
Mhm.
It's actually very common with regrets. So I want you to write 2 sentences. Okay, 2 sentences. The number one mistake you can do with the third conditional is to connect it to the present. Don't connect it to the present. That's different. That's a mixed conditional. Okay. Right now, talk hypothetically about the past and keep it in the past. Okay. In my case, about this car accident thing, everything happened in the past. Nothing is happening. It doesn't connect to my life right now. Okay. All right. So write 2 sentences, please. You have 2 minutes. Well, let's see, Marco, you begin. Tell us your sentences, please.
Okay. Number one, if I had won the lottery, I wouldn't have bought a house. That's correct. If I had won the lottery, I wouldn't have bought a house. And number two, if Bill had arrived earlier, we wouldn't have missed the rain.
Okay, nice, nice. Thank you, Marco.
Mhm.
Miguel?
Yes, ready. If I hadn't losing time in the park, I would have been late for the party.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes,
Second.
but right there, the
In the
past
first one?
participle of lose
It's
is
lost.
lost.
Oh, lost.
If I hadn't lost time in the park, I wouldn't have been late for the party. Second one, if I hadn't been working, I would stay on time. Stay on time for the party. Yeah, it's correct.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm just thinking in party.
Nice. Yeah, I miss going to parties. Michelle?
Okay, if I hadn't loved the trips, I wouldn't have left my country. If I hadn't lost my time with my boyfriend, I would have be happy.
Hey. Nice. You would have been happy. I agree. And okay, excellent. And Erica?
Okay. If I hadn't married in Guerrero, I would have worked in another city.
You have worked in another city. Excellent.
The other, if I had my children younger, I would have more passion with them.
Okay.
That's correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Well, those are the third conditionals. Okay. Let's begin with the mixed conditionals. Okay. Now, remember, the third conditional is talking about the past. Okay, the past. But we can also use it in mixed conditionals in a different way. Okay. Look at this. Okay. If, oops. Okay, I see what happened. We won on if I hadn't crashed my truck, I would have 3,000 more dollars in my bank account. Okay. Now, this first sentence is talking about the past, right? This is about the past, but I can use it to affect my present. Okay. If I hadn't crashed my truck last year, I would have $3,000 more dollars in my bank account right now. Okay. Now, for the third conditional, this is supposed to be would have and the past participle. But in this case, it's not would have in the past participle. It's just would and the verb. Okay?
Sorry, I'm late.
It's okay. It's okay. Welcome. All right. Past perfect, would have. Okay. And in this case, something in the past affects my present. Okay, something in the past affects my present. And this is one example of a mixed conditionals. Okay, so I want you to think about something that you did in the past or that you didn't do in the past that could affect your present, right? For example, another one. If I had studied another career, I wouldn't be a teacher. If I had studied another career, I wouldn't be a teacher. Okay. I didn't study another career, so I would be a teacher. But because I didn't, I'm not a teacher. Okay. Can you all please write one example using this type of mixed conditional, please?
I think I'm ready.
Already ready. Okay.
If I had finished my career in the 90s, I would surely have a better job. There's something missing, right?
No, it's okay.
If I had finished my career in the 90s, I would surely have a better job.
Okay, that's good. Anybody else? Okay, Marco.
I don't know if I'm wrong. If I hadn't been late, I would have soon. I would have soon. If I hadn't been late, I would have soon.
Have what?
I would have soon.
What is that?
I would have been. No, I would have be soon. No, I'm using two verbs. It's incorrect, right?
Exactly. I don't understand. Early.
If I hadn't been late, I would have been.
No?
No, I'm a little confused. Let me check.
Okay. Now, this type of conditional right here is, it's a present result of a past condition. Okay, it's a present result of a past condition. This is one of the first mixed conditionals. Okay, past, present. If I hadn't crashed my truck, I did crash my truck, I would have $3,000 more in my bank account. If I had studied another career, I didn't study another career, I wouldn't be a teacher. Okay, let's see. Erica, Michelle, what do you have?
Nothing yet.
Yep. Erica?
I think it's similar to the last example,
Tell
no?
me.
Um, if I hadn't married in Guerrero, I would have worked in, I would live in another city, maybe.
Yes, yes. Okay, good.
I have another teacher. Maybe
Okay, tell me.
if I had paint another canvas or Canva, I wouldn't be a writer.
Okay, very
That's
good.
correct.
Yes, are you a writer right now?
Mm-hmm. If I had a pen another Canva, I wouldn't be a writer.
Okay, that's good, that's cool. Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have one.
Okay, tell us.
If I had paid attention to the instructions, I could have resolved the problems.
No, that is third conditional. This is not third conditional.
Oh, is the second condition?
No, it's not second condition, man.
No?
You were late, so let me explain this.
Okay.
We already discussed the second and the third conditional.
Okay.
Right now we are using the mixed conditionals.
Okay.
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 Let me explain the difference. You know, maybe I can make this a little clearer for everybody. Okay. I have two sentences. Okay, look at this.
Yes.
If I hadn't crashed my truck, I would have had more money that year. Or two, if I hadn't crashed my truck, I would have more money right now. Okay, this right here is a third conditional. Okay, and this right here is a present result of a past condition. Basically present, where's that symbol? Where's that symbol? Where's that symbol? present past. The difference is in the first sentence, if I hadn't crashed my truck, I would have had more money that year. All of that is talking about the past. It's not connected to my life.
Mhm.
If I hadn't crashed my truck in 2005, I would have had more money that year in 2005. All of that is the past. It's not connected to my present. That is a third condition. It's hypothetical about the past, not connected to the present. In the second sentence, if I hadn't crashed my truck, I would have more money right now. If I hadn't crashed my truck, I would have more money right now. It's a present result of a past condition. Because of that thing in the past, I would have a present result. Basically, if I didn't crash my truck, I would have more money right now. I did crash my truck, so it's hypothetical. You know, I'm just dreaming about the money that I would have right now, right? But it's all hypothetical.
Can I try to another one?
Tell me yes.
He said, if I hadn't taken that route, I wouldn't have had that accident.
If I hadn't taken.
Okay.
Yes.
First of all, well, what are you doing? Third conditional or present result of a past condition?
It's a present result.
Okay, can you repeat it again?
Well, let me see. If I hadn't taken that route, I wouldn't have had that accident.
No, that is third conditional. It's
It's third
correct.
condition.
It's correct, but you know, it's not what I want right now.
Okay.
I have another.
You
So
you
look,
want the mixed condition?
yes, I want the mix. I want the present result of a past condition, the present past.
Okay.
Um,
Let me try with another.
Okay. Who Marco?
can I try? Can I try? Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
If she hadn't been there, she would be here at restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Good. Good. Yeah,
Maybe
that's fine.
something happened to her, no, at that place.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Erica and Michelle. Anything?
Can I try?
Okay, Miguel.
If the COVID wouldn't landed in the continent, we would be more freely to do what we want. If
Yeah.
the COVID wouldn't landed in the continent, we would be more freely to do what we want.
Okay, so the thing is that after if, don't use would. Use the
Okay.
past perfect.
So if the COVID wouldn't landed,
If the topic
hadn't landed in the continent, we will be more free to do what we want,
yeah,
or not?
that is correct. Yes. In the past, it landed. So now we are not free. Exactly. The past condition affects my present. It's correct. Very good. Erica?
Not yet.
Not yet. Michelle, neither?
Let me try. I would have more laboral experiences if I had started to working early.
Yeah, very good. If I had started to work early, that's good. You didn't start working early, so now you don't have more experience. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. I'm going to write more examples. You know, this is easier to understand when there is more context, you know, or when you know the person, it's much easier to understand. So right now, I understand you have a little bit of difficulty. For example, if I had worked harder in school, I would have a better job. I didn't work harder in school, so now I don't have a better job. If I had looked at the map, I wouldn't be lost. I didn't look at the map, so now I am lost. Okay.
Past and present.
If I had gotten on that plane, I would be dead now because it crashed. Okay? All of those things about the past are like a result to the present. They affect my present in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you another sentence.
Okay?
Can I?
Yes.
If you had looked where you were going, you wouldn't have fallen.
Man, you're third conditional again.
Can I
Is
try?
there condition too?
Yes, I don't want the third conditional. We already did that.
Okay, sorry. I have my mind in the third condition.
This is where you are making a mistake. You're putting would, have, and past participle. Okay, right now, for this conditional, for this mixed
Okay.
condition, don't use the past participle after
Okay.
would. Okay, Marco?
Okay.
Okay. If I where am? Okay. If I hadn't been here, I would be on my bed. If I hadn't been here, I would be on my bed.
Okay, very good. Let's talk about that.
All right.
If we had grown up in the US, we wouldn't need this class.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's unreal, but that's true.
Right. Now let's see another one. This one. And, oh, this is perfect. This is perfect because this condition is very good for the situation that we are in right now. If the coronavirus hadn't stopped the economy, I would be in Mexico City right now. Why? Because I was giving classes in Mexico City. I was traveling. But because the coronavirus happened,
Yeah.
I can't. So if
So-
the coronavirus hadn't stopped the economy, I would be in Mexico City right now.
So teacher, to be clear, we are using third conditional in past, like cause, and with present, with effect. That's the reason how we can mix them, yeah?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay, but it's the same, third conditional, only mix it.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I don't know if you noticed. Here, you're taking the first part of the third conditional and the second part of the second conditional. Okay. Let me show you.
Yeah. I understand.
For this type of conditional, mixed conditional, I am taking the first part of the third conditional and the second part of the second conditional.
Yeah. I have another. Maybe I'm right or not. Can I tell?
Yeah, of course.
If she hadn't passed the exam, she wouldn't be able to enter university.
Perfect.
Makes sense. Pass and third and second conditional.
Exactly. Because
Okay.
the present result is of a past condition. And at the end of the day, it's all hypothetical. None of it is real. Okay? Maybe we are dreaming.
Yeah.
Or maybe we are, wishing or reflecting like,
clapping a party, watching a TV, or yeah. Okay.
Okay, now, Erica, you're the only one.
I have one.
Erica, are you ready?
And more or less, if I had studied English, I would then be here.
Oh, okay. Yes. Exactly. If she hadn't studied English, she wouldn't be here. Yes, that's true. That's so true. And yes, Marco. Sorry, not Marco. Juan.
Okay, I try to. If I had a good knowledge about the stars in the universe and constellation, I could orient it anywhere myself.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I'm a physics teacher. I'm a teacher.
I see. That one is good.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally, I understand.
It's only practice.
Yes. I need to remember. I need to.
In fact, we can mix the last exercise with second conditional and with this, and that's more easy. Well, that's what I think.
Yes.
Can we change the time as we want? For example, past, future, present, past, present, future, future, past, whatever.
Almost everything. Yes.
The The only problem here is to think about what we're going to say and how are we going to say it, right? For example, past, future. That's the one we're using right now. For
Past, future.
example, if it was present past.
Yeah, exactly. You know, how can I explain it? You don't really think about this, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. With conditional sentences, everybody that I know makes mistakes with these sentences.
Okay, everybody have mistakes.
Everybody, and I'm not talking about my students. I'm talking about my friends, people who went to college in the United States, people who have 4, 6, 8 years of university in the United States make mistakes with this. All like 90% of my friends are American, because I grew up in the US and stuff. And I always reflect on our conversations, and I'm like, wow, this guy has bad grammar. and it makes me think, like, we are really strict with our students, but in reality our teachers were not strict with us, and that's why we are so fluent. And that's why the students in Mexico are not fluent, because their teachers are very strict. Now, in my real classes, like my English classes, I am not very strict with my students, because I take all of that stuff into consideration. But with you, this is a different type of preparation. Them, I am preparing them for the world. You, I am preparing you for an exam, and in the exam you need to have everything grammatically correct. So but I just want you to understand that I want you to try it hard right now.
Teacher have another.
And in the past, and in real life, it's not gonna be this way. Okay. Yes. So somebody said they what?
Can I tell another?
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
If she hadn't spoke Lodi, she would be able to understand clearly.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Exactly. So it was good. So let me explain the function of this. If you had grown up in the US, you wouldn't need this course. This type of mixed conditional refers to an unreal past condition. Okay, unreal. That means you did not grow up in the United States. And it also refers to a probable result in the present. The probable result is that you wouldn't need this course. Okay? The probable result is that you wouldn't, in my case, is that I would have more money in my bank because of my crash. All right? And these sentences express a situation which is contrary to reality, both in the past and in the present. Okay? So it's not real in the past and it's not real in the present. All right? It's just ideas, you can say, ideas, regrets, wishes.
Hypothetical.
Yes, hypothetical. All right. So remember, in these mixed conditional sentences, the time is the past in the if clause, and in the present in the main clause. Okay? And let's move on to the next conditional. The next one is
Es que tú te acercas aquí, todo se mira. Por eso siempre te hago así. Todo se escucha. Siéntate aquí si quieres. Ya voy a terminar.
All right, so let me explain this. In this second type of mixed conditional sentence, the tense if is the simple past, okay? And the tense in the main clause is the perfect conditional. For example, if this thing happened, that thing would have happened. What that means is, as in all conditional sentence, you know, the order is not fixed. All right. That means I could put that thing would have happened if this thing happened. Okay, it's not fixed. You can rearrange it, right? And here's an example. If I wasn't afraid of snakes, I would have one as a pet. I would have one as a pet. Okay, so listen to that. If I wasn't afraid of snakes, am I afraid of snakes? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
I am. Do I have a pet snake?
No.
No. Okay, so these mixed conditional sentences refer to an unreal present situation, okay? And it's probable,
Okay.
but not real past result, okay? In these mixed conditional sentences, the time in the if clause is now or always. For example, if I wasn't afraid of snakes now, okay, I would have one as a pet. And the time in the main clause is before now. I would have one as a pet. Okay. Here is another one. Two. If I wasn't in this class, I would be talking to my family. Okay? But I am in this class now, and I am not talking to my family. Oops, hold on. I would have been talking to my family. Now, do you see that in this case, I am using this. I am using the first part of the conditional. I'm using the first part of the second conditional, and I am using the second part of the third conditional. Now, remember, I told you that it's not correct to use wasn't. I don't know why nobody said anything.
Because it's weren't, it's weren't.
Exactly. I don't know.
Because you are using to be.
Yes, yes. I was waiting for somebody to correct me, but nobody corrected me.
If I weren't.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Nobody said anything. That worries me. If I weren't.
If I weren't.
Okay.
Mhm.
If I had money, I would have bought those nice shoes yesterday. Do I have money now? No.
Yes, a lot.
Did I buy the shoes? No. All right. Please complete, well, not complete. Write 2 sentences using this form. Remember, if this thing happened, that thing would have happened.
I had one, teacher.
Okay?
Maybe I'm right. I had one. Can I?
Let's go ahead.
If they were in this place, we would be talking relaxed. If they were in this place, we would be talking relaxed. Yep.
You have to use the
At the
past
main.
conditional. So would have and had in the past participle.
So I need to use would have.
And then the past participle, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So can you repeat it again?
If they were in this place, we would be talking relaxed.
Okay. We would be talking is we would have been talking.
So we would.
Yes.
All right, great. I love to hear it. So give me your examples. Let's begin with Miguel.
Okay, number one, if we had more money, we would have eaten in a restaurant. The second one, if he had done a best effort in the gym, he would have been more ripped. Is that the word? I don't remember.
Ripped.
Yeah.
Perfect. He didn't give effort, so he is not ripped. Okay. And let's see.
I have one more. Yeah, I have one more. If John hadn't arrived soon, we wouldn't have missed the train.
Okay, exactly. Yes.
Okay.
It's good.
Thank
It's
you.
good. All right. And let's see. Juan. Romo.
Yes. Let me. If I hadn't taken that way, I would more clear the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Let
And
me,
another one?
yes, let me try. If I had a pilot, I could fly any kind of airplanes.
No, I would buy. No.
No?
The second part has to be a past modal. Past modal is would, or maybe might,
Okay.
and then have, and the past participle. Not would, not would buy.
And the right sentences, I need to put something.
Yes. Look,
Okay.
I am writing the formula right there. This is a past modal. You need to use the past modals.
Okay. Let me try. My bad. No. Sorry. Let me check.
Okay. Erica.
Yeah. If it weren't coronavirus, we wouldn't have travel.
If what?
If if it weren't coronavirus, we wouldn't have travel.
Okay, my question is, did you travel?
No, not it's a question.
Did you travel?
Travel.
Hey,
If
look,
it weren't coronavirus, we would have travel.
we would have traveled. Yes. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Second, if I had a big family, I would have done meetings.
Okay,
Maybe.
nice.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
Exactly. Yes. You don't have a big family, so you don't do meetings. Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Excellent. It's good. It's good.
Only
And
two, no?
yeah, only two. Michelle?
Okay, if I were you, I would have bought that house. If I had a job, I would have paid the flights. And the third one, if I drove for 10 hours, I would have slept 12 more for recovering.
All right. Yes. It's perfect. Your sentences are nice. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, that is
Can I
all
tell
for
the last?
today. Okay, tell me.
The last I want to know if I'm right. It's a little weird, the sentence, but I want to tell.
Okay.
If you hadn't seen this movie, we would have been celebrating at bar.
If you what?
If you hadn't seen this movie, we would have been celebrating at bar.
That is third conditional.
Oh, okay. That's my
Yes.
doubt. Okay, thank you.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of now. That sentence is correct, man. It's correct. It makes sense. I understand it. We watched the movie, so now we're not celebrating. But it is not this conditional that I want. And I think it's kind of difficult when I ask you for a specific condition, because conditionals are meant to be said in the moment. In the moment of whatever situation that you are in or whatever you want to express. So for me to take something out of you, like with no context or anything like that, it's kind of difficult. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. So I understand why a lot of you are confusing it with third conditional, right? But it's something that we need to see more in context. So what I am going to do is I'm going to send you this video on YouTube that you can watch on third conditionals and some mixed conditionals, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, guys, that is all for today. Thank you so much for your patience. I know this can be a little difficult. And we're going to finish this up on Monday, okay?
Yep.
Okay, see ya.
Have a good night.
Thank
Have a
you.
good, nice
See ya.
weekend.
Bye.
See ya, bye.
Guys, have a nice weekend.
You
Thank you.
too.
Thank you.
Same to you.